Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am. I am Arlan Unsay, third year student of University of Negros Occidental, Recoletos. Today, we will talk about criminology, background of criminology, and why it is important to study crime.
What is criminology? Criminology is a scientific study of crime, criminals, and the criminal justice system. Criminologists investigate different types of crime and suggest ways in which crime can be prevented. They try to provide explanation for a criminal behavior while also identifying and supporting the victims. Criminology is a study of crime and the search for why people commit crimes. It seeks to answer the difficult question of why criminals engage in a criminal activity. Criminology is based upon four different points of view, including legal, political, sociological, and psychological. Background of criminology. Criminology truly began in the Europe between the late 1700s and the early 1800s. Classical school of criminology founders were the theories on the crime and the punishment development. These people include writers Cesar Beccaria and Jeremy Bentham. Why is it important to study crime? Knowing how and why crimes are committed helps direct resources. Understanding which locations are more likely to attract criminals helps local officials direct resources, including police, firefighters, investigators, and financial resources, to target areas in order to prevent and monitor criminal activity.
In today's topic, we are going about to tackle what are the posters I've made. I only have 3 posters here. Those posters I have chosen have awakened me about crimes. I'll show you what are the criminal classification of crime. Classification of criminal by Cesar Lombroso, also known as the father of modern criminology, and lastly their objectives, approaches. The criminal classification of crime. Example: acquisitive crime, episodal crime, and continuing crime. Acquisitive crime. What is acquisitive crime? How is acquisitive crime committed? Acquisitive crime is when the offender derives material gain from the crime, such as theft, fraud, and robbery.
What is episodal crime? Episodic crimes are serial crimes. They are committed by series of acts within a lengthy space of time. Instant crimes are those that are committed the shortest possible time.
Continuing crime. What is continuing crime? A continued crime is a single crime consisting of a series of acts but all arising from one criminal resolution. It is a continuous, unlawful act or a series of acts set on foot by a single impulse and operated by an intermittent force, however long a time it may occupy.
Classification of criminal by Lombroso. Example: born criminals, criminal by passion, criminaloid, occasional criminals, and pseudo criminals.
Born criminals. What is born criminals? Born criminal is a theory brought forward in the 18th century by Italian criminologist Cesar Lombroso. Lombroso's theory suggested that criminals are distinguished from the non-criminals by the multiple physical anomalies. Crime by passion. What is crime by passion? A crime committed because of a very strong emotional feeling, especially in the connection with a sexual relationship. Criminaloid. What is criminaloid? A criminaloid it is a person who projects a respectable, upright facade in an attempt to conceal a criminal personality. This type first determined by the Cesar Lombroso and in the later edition of his 1976 work, The Criminal Man. Occasional criminals. What is occasional criminals? Situational criminals or occasional criminals. This category of criminals includes those criminals who are the outcome of the sudden situation or are due to a specific occupation. He commits crimes such as a criminal suddenly meets such as a situation which he cannot tolerate and loss of his temperament.
Objective approaches, example, geographic approach, ecological approach, socio-cultural approach, microeconomic approach.
Geographic approach. What is geographic approach? As a methodology, the geographic approach is used for the location-based analysis and decision-making. GIS professionals typically employ in it to examine selected geographic datasets and data which are combined for the comprehensive study and analysis of the spatial problems. Ecological approach. What is ecological approach? The ecological approach is a framework for studying the behavior of animals and their environment. They must be acquired to ability to flexibly guide their behavior from a moment to moment, and the minds of the developmental changes in their bodies, brains, skills, and environments. Socio-cultural approach. What is socio-cultural approach? The socio-cultural approach examines the influences of the social and cultural environments on the behavior. The understanding of the human behavior and personality can be developed by the examining rules of the social groups and the subgroups in which the individual is a part of. Microeconomic approach. What is microeconomic approach? The approach of the microeconomics starts with the decision of an individual about the location of the time and income. The impact of incentives on individual choices is a key part of economics. The approach of the microeconomics then look at the interaction of the individuals directly and in a markets.
That's all for this day. Thank you and God bless.